we used to call serviceable. Sorry about that. Had a little, it got cold and I left the GoPro and the batteries out here in the shop last night, and they got cold and it's giving me a little headache there. Switch batteries out, see if that'll help. We're just about happy with clean out of this. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. Some rusty gunk. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, there's a drain on the bottom. Had no idea. Here's what came out. You know, most of this is just scale. I don't see anything that looks like it used to be a filter sock, but you know, that doesn't really mean that there wasn't one there. Or a screen at least, and there might be a screen in that tube. We'll get that tube out and take a closer look. But yeah, pretty gross, but I'm not really too worried about it. Here's our inside of our fuel tank, and we're going to clean this out with a little bit of carb cleaner, brake cleaner, that kind of stuff, and see what we got going on. Now we'll take our little Harbor Freight wire brush, and we're just going to come in here and give this all just a little bit of a cleaning. There we go. Another carb cleaner bath. I know you can't see what's going on, but trust me, it's cool. Voila. It looks like there's a set screw in the side of it that holds the pipe in. So we're going to try to, oh yeah, this is a jam nut for the air filter is what it is. That's kind of cool. Got a little, it's got foam down in there. You can see the foam on this side as well. It just kind of sits in there. I don't know how you're supposed to get it in or out, but it's pretty clean, so we're just gonna let it ride. And then this is just a jam nut that goes up against that air filter. So now we ought to be able to squirt air into this and down into, and it should go down into the fuel cavity. See what this does. Get some stinkies down through there. What if we here try to shoot some air up this way? Okay, so when you're working on this really old stuff, you have to be patient, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, back when they were making this stuff, they made it what you used to call serviceable, which means if it broke down or if it stopped running, you could diagnose it and even fix it without just throwing a new one in there. So, keeping that in mind, you have to slow down. You have to look for clues, right? In this fuel pickup, it's copper tube, goes into a brass fitting here, and then right here, if you can see that, there's a line. That line goes all the way around, which means I can catch my fingernail in it. That's a brake. So, even though I can't pull this whole thing out, this should come apart and I should be able to service this and clean this out. So let's take a look closer. Yeah, there we go. We'll take a vice grip. Size that in up. Okay. Channel lock here, and we should be able to lefty-loosey. So let's see what this looks like. I'm expecting some sort of a little screen or check ball. All right. There's one little part there. Came out of here, or that's the inlet side. Let's get you in here. Down in there, that is a very fine screen. Let's see if we can get a pick and get that out. Okay, cleaned up the other piece of that with the old wire brush on the drill, and then I'm going to put her back in here. Snug it down, not very tight. All right. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Okay, I think we're just about to a point where we can reassemble this and maybe throw a little fuel in it, see what happens. If you can see about where it was, something like that. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so if you screw this down all the way, eventually this outer hat here will go up against this bowl here and cut off all the air. So yeah, so it's putting it on choke and then run, and then you adjust it there. Yeah, okay, sure, that's how that works. All right, let's mix a little fuel. Here, we're gonna mix this. It should be, this is a 2-stroke engine, oil gas mix. And back in the day, they used regular, like, non-detergent. This is like 30 weight oil. The closest thing we have. Yes, we've got some 30 weight diesel engine oil is what we're going to use. And then we're also going to use, because, you know, over time science has evolved, we're going to mix, it's 16:1, so that means 1 quart basically, or I'm sorry, that means 2 cups, half a quart, and 1 ounce of oil. What we're going to do is we're going to do half a quart and 1 ounce of new and improved 2-cycle oil, and 1 ounce of what they used to use back in the day, 30 weight, well, as close as we can get to non-detergent oil. And 1 ounce isn't a whole lot, so and we're gonna do that up to where we think it's about 2 ounces. And then we found the old tea bottle, dried her all out. We're gonna pour all this into there. It's a little thick, so it'll take just a minute. It is 37 degrees inside the shop, so I'm not so sure back in the day anybody would have been doing laundry in 37-degree weather, but I guess you had to do it sometime. And we're going to fill this up 16 ounces of fuel. And as always, it is unleaded, but it is no ethanol. The main difference that I can tell in two-stroke oils past the presence is their ability to blend with the fuel. We will shake this up quite a bit just to make sure that that 30 weight does blend. By the way, this tea bottle, the reason I picked this, it's about 18.9 ounces. So with our 2 ounces of oil and 16 ounces of fuel, we're right there. And then we'll shake this up as well to make sure that that 30 weight oil blends very nicely. It looks pretty good. We're going to go ahead and pour this one in. Probably should mix another one. Go. That might be enough, but we're going to go ahead and mix another one. Okay. Alright, it's got a little over 2 quarts of fuel in it. I did not look on the internet to see where this needs to be for start run. I'm going to go 1 turn out and put it on start. and see here. Oh, jeez. Well, one turn out. Put it on start here. I almost sounded like it wanted to run. It does. It wants to run, guys. I don't have near enough leverage with this. Let's open her up just a little bit more. It runs. I don't know if that was too rich or too lean or what. Let's get after it here. Come on, baby. Let's go. Almost. Come on, baby. Let's go. Kill it, you just choke it off. How cool is that? Running pretty cool. I don't see any problems. That is too cool. 1938, sitting I don't know how long. There's no evidence that this engine was ever apart. If it was apart, somebody painstakingly painted it and put it back together. But this appears to be an original engine. We cleaned it up, and after how many years of sitting, from 1938, it's running again. Let's try a hot start and see what happens. About it. There we go. Yes, success. So now the next step for this, and I think I mentioned it in another video, in the previous video, we found a person that lives less than an hour from us who may have a machine, a washing machine that will accept this engine. We're gonna put it all together and rebuild us a gas-powered Maytag laundry clothes washer from the engine's 1938. Who knows how old the washer body will be, but pretty cool. We're gonna keep working on this. I wanted to make sure before we took the next step that it runs pretty darn good. We'll source a couple of new old stock spark plugs for it, I think, and yeah, go from there. We wrenched on this for an hour, and just like that, it's back in action. 1938, can you believe it? Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting us in all of our little, projects and stuff like this. We hope you get some entertainment out of it, just like we have. Nothing makes us happier than to keep this old stuff running. Comment if you have any suggestions or questions about the old Maytag engine. Hey, thanks again. We'll catch you on the next one.